another video. As I was turning on the camera, they tried to mess with me in this disturbing way. But I heard my neighbors try to agitate me. I'm by my door on purpose because when I make videos, it's a multiple reason. There's because one, I just want to enlighten people, especially target individuals, because they're trying to make you accept this nasty manipulation, and that's their job. Their assignment is to really force you to lose your mind and accept this manipulation as if it's you. So you have people around you, neighbors. You have all kind of people outside. For me, because I live in New York, there's people all around you to try to get you to accept these things. It's disgusting, because these people keep saying that they're gonna frame me by implanting child porn on my computer and do this and that. They come up with things to make me subscribe to this. There's this thing that, and sorry for being graphic. I need to be graphic in the sense that to tell what they do and how they do things, I have the need to explain what's happening. They're so desperate because I do think they're gonna or they're gonna implant child porn on my computer. And I'm saying that they try to do something in my tongue. They mess with my mouth in so many ways to disturb me. So I need to break down certain things in regard to my targeting and how they want me to be acceptive of this manipulation as if it's me. So like I said, they keep saying they're gonna implant child porn on my computer, right? And so this is coming from people where there's multiple agencies in this intelligence community filled with people downloading child porn on their government devices. So you understand they really, when they do these things, and they like to say it's not fair, but it's actually very fair because it put things in perspective. This BuzzFeed kind of help you understand that the people that these people are, like, this is the world they're in. So they have no problem, and they have normalized, and they have made it okay to think that we're daring to do this, to avenge. We're gonna put child porn on your computer. This is how we're gonna avenge. This is coming from a group of people who not only do a bunch of torture to women and children, but these agencies have a bunch of pedophiles downloading child porn. So you understand they're in a world where they're pedophiles themselves, trying to be, so, and it makes sense and it's fair in the sense that you are doing what you know. That's why it's fair. They want me to see them as something else. There's one of my neighbors who just walked there, and I look at him for the shit that he is. Sorry for the language. I just saw him, and I'm like, I know what you guys are. There's no way you're gonna make yourself be something you're not. Like, you guys are in this program forcing me to experience these disturbing things and try to make me think that I'm the pedophile when in reality you're a bunch of pedophiles, and you work day in and day out to force me to think in these disturbing ways. So really, you are the pedophile. Now, I don't know if you do things to kids in that way, but the fact that you just manipulate me to think this way, to be stimulated this way, just shows that what you are. And then try to say that we're going to make it fair by implanting child porn on your computer. And this is the kind of logic they are, but they do, but which I understand that they're not supposed to be logical. I see them truly for the trash that they are. I truly see them for that. And so when they do that, it's what you should expect from people like that. And now what they're trying to do, they're trying to put out. I'm gonna be honest. And in regard of, I'm not perfect. There was this, there was this OnlyFans. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's like adult content. And there was a video of that is adult content where people have sex, right? And this is a couple. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be graphic, but I'm an adult man. And this couple having sex. You see the man laying down, and you see the young woman on top of the man. And she's facing the other way, right? You don't see the face, you just see the back of her head, the her back and her behind, right? And she's on top, and this is a sexual position there. They are trying to make me think, you see, how old is she? Knowing that you cannot even see her face, right? Said, oh, she's underage. First they're like, look at the room she's in. It's a messy room. And then at one point, they young couple, I'll give like early 20s, typical OnlyFans kind of people. And and they're like, oh no, but her tone, her voice is kind of young voice. Like, how is she supposed to sound like? Like, she's supposed to be like, yeah. They're like, this is, and they're like, no, you see that, we have proof. Because what they're doing is, they're probably going to implant actual child porn in my computer. And they want me to be subscriptive of this. They have no shame. They're disgusting trash. And I'm here by my door to say this out loud because there's reality, and the reality is what they're trying to escape. Reality, they are the pedos. Can you understand? Trying to make somebody the voice. Yeah, the voice was young. Like she's supposed to sound like like it's just so sad. It's so pathetic when these people are actually pedophiles, and they made me imagine a voice of somebody. It's just so pathetic. They make me think of the voice of one kid over there and try to compare. See, her voice and her voice is kind of similar, so they maybe. Do you understand how pathetic these things is? It is so sad. It is so humiliating to having to damn yourself to that level to force somebody to accept this thing. Of course, I know they're smarter than that. I know. They call it being a war for a reason, because they have to damn themselves as if they are at war. They try to find ways to make themselves think that this is just logical. Try to compare voices. Like, she sounds like this. See that voice? She's underage. And they will do noise campaigns like, oh, we proved it. It is the most pathetic thing ever. It is childlike and this is why they can, like, anybody can really be involved in this. I don't think you need to be special. Like, I think they want me to look at them as like, oh my gosh, they're so lucky they're part of this thing. But the truth is, like, it's really easy, because this is what they ask for you, to be this dumb. Of course, they know these things. You look for what you can manipulate and change into something else. We're trying to paint him as a pedophile. So whatever you can do to try that, to create, do that. While in the midst of that, they just tell me they're going to implant child porn. Do you understand? So I will not let them leave the fantasy until I die, because I know I'm being radiated and tortured. I know there's things that my organs are experiencing that is obviously them doing this to me. But it's okay. I can see what life could have been if perhaps I had the opportunity to do what they do. So disgusting, so humiliating. And then they have to walk around and play like... And, I know that I'm not special in the sense that they could do that to anybody else. And they put that same effort, if not more, on on others too. So I gotta be strong. But another thing I wanted to call, and they're already stimulating me before I even say anything. But I'd rather show it and deal with it, because they're like, oh, we caught you. They do this nasty stimulation. It's so disgusting, and then they're like, oh, we caught you. It's you, this baby. I'm gonna pull it up, but because they want you to target video, they want you to really be scared and believe that this is you. They make you experience this like, oh, we caught you. You obviously at that point know that they have the ability to manipulate you in the most disturbing, perverted way. And when I mean perverted, I mean pedophilia ways. Listen, I'm not perfect, but we're talking about babies being forcing me to look at babies in these disturbing ways. It's so disgusting. Let me show you. And then they're like, oh no, but remember when you were a kid? Of course I will never let them live their fantasy. Of course I know it's what you guys do. It's the pedophilia things that you've been doing. And you know how to make me subscribe to it? Oh, we're going to castrate you. Castrate me. You still work for pedophiles. You still do the pedophilia type of torture. You still sell your soul to pedophiles. And I'd rather be castrated than having to do what you do in this horrible way. I'd rather be dying this horrible way than force somebody to look at kids in this sexual way. This baby, oh my gosh, I'm not. They look at, they make me look at this kid in a sexual way. This, I, they even they do something with my mouth to make me feel uncomfortable. This kid's butt, try to force me to look at this. It's crazy, but that's what they do. That's how disgusting they do. That's how disgusting they are. They make me think this little kid. It's like, no, that's how you do it. No, that's what you're making me feel. You're disgusting. And I'm disgusting. Not only you make me feel this way, then you try to say, no, you when you were a kid, what the fuck? You're a bunch of trash. This is the life that you have to do. This is the life that you choose to try to make a grown man look at things like this. What a pathetic low life. You know how validated I am that you guys do this perfect type of torture? No. I'd rather be bombing, I'd rather die on the streets. They're having to do what they do. Did you hear this noise campaign? Talk about bomb? This is a trash that doing this. And I'm supposed to be like, oh my gosh, no. I wish I could live your life. These people are trash. Trash. To think I'm going to subscribe to this thing. And they were like in my head, they were like, but remember when you, no, stop it. I'm never going to let you live your fantasy. One, I'm a grown-ass man. Two, even when as a child, this is never stupidity. Three, you guys are renowned for your pedophilia type of tormenting. Literally, somebody the pedophilia type of torture based on smelling baby powder. These losers who are feeling like winners because what's happening to me is going to happen to me regardless. This is what the program does to people. They go against civilians, people who can really not defend themselves, and do all these horrible things to them, and they're supposed to subscribe to it. Yes, you're forcing me to look at this baby in this sexual way. It's disgusting, but that's what they do. And they're going to create perceptions and thoughts that are so disgusting. Little kids, but can you imagine what? As I'm saying that, I don't even want to. It's so disgusting. But that's what they do. And they say, oh, and you're dying. Do you understand what life is to them? This is what they live for. This is how they live life. These living people. I'd rather be dying. This dignity in this death. Target individual, you gotta understand these people chose to sell their soul to pedophiles and now they have to dumb themselves down. And try to find a way to counter reality by creating their fantasy. Thinking that because my thoughts are manipulated in these ways, I'm going to subscribe to it. This trash work day in and day out to make you accept these things, these pedophilia things. And they're like, oh, it's you. No, it's you when you were a kid. Remember, think about you as a kid. Remember when you look... And they really try to make you imagine that. And just create a moment and try to create this stimulation in your memory as a kid. What the F? Saying they open the door, that. Trash, do you think I don't know that you can manipulate even my memories? Do you think I don't know that you guys have been specializing in this pedophilia type of tormenting? I know what you guys do. I know what you guys have done to people. I know how systematic and structured and organized you guys are. Do you think I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, it's me when I was a kid? No, it will never happen. The day will never come where I believe that this thing is just me. No. And when they try to bring up what I did as a kid, as a dumb 8th grader who did something stupid to himself, do you think I don't know what you guys do to actual children? I know what you guys have been doing to children. I know. So I'd rather get castrated than work in a program that torture children sexually, that force people to perceive children this way, and then delude themselves they're protecting kids. They sold their souls so badly, but I know who put me in this program. That I know I cannot hate them truly because I know they're just the bottom feeders. They are the bottom feeders of this. They are the trash that have no shame. Well, they have shame because they don't like to be seen. Because at this point they know what I'm going to look at them as. They know. I say the same thing and I stand on what I'm saying. And they realize that. And they try to sound fierce and femme fatale. When I say femme fatale, it's just like they try to, and even the guy, sorry, it used to be mostly women, but even the guys try to sound like it won't be like me. I'm like, I cannot let you live your fantasy. You sold your soul to pedophiles. You do this to me, oh, I have no problem making videos and showing targeting individuals. Look at this as what they do to you, because that's what is happening. They are forcing you to experience things in these disturbing ways. However, illogical ways they try to connect things with the manipulation, with the memory manipulation, with the warnings of all the torture you're going to experience. It means nothing, because what they're trying to do, the goal is for you to identify with the things that they're manipulating you to experience, and then try to leave this like fantasy where they are errors, they are protected. Like, this is your job. Whatever benefit you have, don't worry, it will come back and you'll be reimbursed properly. And I'm talking to this trash. These people, I don't have to hope for what can come to them. Every day can be the day. They don't live the lavish life. They are not the people like that put me in this program. And as much as I'm going to get tortured, even if I get raped and tortured, I'd rather get raped and tortured than having to work in a program where you do this pedophilia type of torture. There's somebody who opened the door, try to sound very menacing, they rape you. And you still work for pedophiles. Do you know I prefer to get raped than do what you do? This is a level of cowardness that's just a matter of time when it comes back to you. They're gonna get there. These are trash. Some of them use trash to make you subscribe to this. This is like almost biblical. They literally use trash noise campaign, throwing the trash next door, trying to make themselves to make me subscribe to this thing and tell me, oh, my face is gonna be burning. Yeah, so you're gonna torture me, but I prefer that than being the trash that you are, trashing people. That's come to all of us. They try to make me feel uncomfortable. There's a child in the hallway, so they're going to do something in my mouth. You hear that? They even compromise their own children. What is the lowest life of ever? These people are pedos. And they are frauds that wanted to pretend that, oh, we're protecting kids. We are analyzers. You're pedophiles. And you use your children to even compromise. You're the trash of the earth. I rather die like this with honor and dignity. I feel bad for these kids. But your parents put you in the wrong place. I rather bomb. I rather starve myself. We're all gonna die. This is the life they could. This is the life they chose. Tell me if I'm envious of these people. They are in the hallways making those campaigns. They're trying to. And when the kid was running around, they did these things with my mouth where they tried to make me bite myself. It's so nasty. They try to create everything. Those parents, I would love to see them. See, you protect your children. Look at that. I would love to do this. Now, they're going to try to make me subscribe to it. There's some trash in the hallway saying in her mouth. Like, just listen to this pathetic life. These people have been torturing children sexually, burning them, radiating them. I'm going to make a video about the avengement. This nasty stuff, this nasty shit. I'd rather die slow. I'd rather get castrated than be in a program that you're suffocating kids, forcing people to think in these pedophilia ways. I'd rather be soft and burned alive. They made this torture be nothing in comparison to the life that they live. You are in a state of mind at this point as a target individual to feel like you are lucky at some point. You are lucky in a way. Now, of course, nobody wants to be tortured. Of course, nobody wants to be treated this way. Of course, nobody wants to be manipulated. Of course, we all want to be free.